So I don't know how like reliable or reasonable this is, but I don't know why. Like, look, I think first of all, Ryan loves Ro Khanna. A lot of people do.
Support him.
I've never had like a solid opinion on him. I feel like he's more of a middle of the ground progressive. You know what I mean? He's like, he's all right. We need more people like Ro Khanna in the Democratic Party. Like, if we're not gonna be able to get like diehard lefties, then you know Ro Khanna is good overall. I mean, he's close to the left and center left, but still. Anyway, whatever. Let's just go. Let's just watch it. So Ro Khanna went on Laura Ingraham to talk about some stuff and maybe even defund the military, or at least like cut the military budget. So let's take a look at what this conversation was about. Now, of course, Aaron Rupar of Vox was very upset that someone went on a Fox News show. I have talked time and time again when, for example, Bernie Sanders went on Fox News to the town hall. I don't care. I think this is smart. I think this is a brilliant strategy. Okay? I don't have a problem with going on Fox News. The problem that I have is if you go on Fox News to be their pet. If you go on Fox News and all you do is like, I don't know, shit on liberals, for example. And I love shitting on liberals. As someone who loves shitting on liberals, if Fox News called me up and they were like, we need you to do the shitting on liberals hour with Tucker Carlson, and I went on to shit on liberals and then never followed up by being like, well, you guys are the real demons. I hope you know that.
Right.
Then it's kind of bitch made, okay? Like, let's be real. Then I'm more focused on my own personal interests, my own personal goals, and my own personal agenda. And I'm, well, me, I don't really have that big of a platform in comparison to Fox News, but like, I'm basically, and I don't have any institutional legitimacy, but if I did have institutional legitimacy, let's say I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, or let's say I'm a congressperson, and I go on Fox News and just do the shit on liberals hour, not that that's what Ro Khanna did, that's not what he did, then I would be just legitimizing them and being played a fool. I don't think that's what Ro Khanna did. I think he is talking about cutting military funding here. So let's take a look at what got everybody upset.
Let me be clear. I mean, I was for the strikes in Afghanistan. If terrorists hit our country, we need to do that. But I supported President Trump in getting the troops out of Afghanistan. I've supported President Trump saying we don't need the troop presence in Germany. There is a consensus that we are spread out too far and that this is not in our national security.
Agreed so far. Let's keep going.
And what do you think about the potential DOD picks that have been floated in for a Biden administration? I mean, a lot of these folks doesn't look like they're going to be anxious to pull more troops out of Afghanistan. Certainly, the generals don't seem to want to do that.
Each month that passes
I've expressed concern about Michelle Flournoy. Let's see what she says. But she was for an escalation in Afghanistan. She was for Iraq. She was for Syria. These policies have.
So was Blinken, by the way. Even internally, and the New York Times actually did a decent coverage on this, despite the fact that they also they padded it with like a lot of, pro-America propaganda, clearly. They talked about Blinken's track record within, it's something I wanted to talk about, actually. They talked about Blinken's track record with like the previous American acts of war or American escalations, whether it be Libya, whether it be Afghanistan, the troop surge, and how Blinken personally had always sided with the Clintonian part of the Democratic Party, with being pro bombing Libya and being pro troop surge in Afghanistan, at odds with Joe Biden. And Joe Biden was correct. Joe Biden, when he said we should significantly diminish troop presence in Afghanistan, was correct.
Joe
Biden was correct when he said we should not deal with Libya. Or at least that's the line there. But anyway, so Ro Khanna coming to terms with, or Ro Khanna saying that like Trump is correct when he wants to de-escalate or diminish military presence in Afghanistan, the U.S. military presence. Fuck yeah, I'm on board. I don't give a fuck if Trump does it. I'm totally on board. Now, when Trump does it, I'm a little bit more skeptical, especially because of his direct ties to Eric Prince, for example. I've mentioned this before, where I think that part of the reason why Trump desperately wants to pull troops out of Afghanistan is because he wants to bring in private defense contractors, mercenaries is a better term for them. But I truly believe that he wants the privatization of our imperialism and give it to the hands of mercenaries, led by someone like Eric Prince. But having said that, ultimately, I still believe that pulling our troops out of Afghanistan is a necessity. It's very good.
Cost us trillions of dollars. China hasn't been in a war since 1979. We've been in 40 wars. If you view China as our biggest strategic competitor in the 21st century.
Don't you think it's better if the USA does the imperialism instead of Saudi Arabia? US imperialism is Saudi Arabian imperialism, brother. That's the same thing. Okay? Saudi Arabia and Israel's actions are directly in line with what the United States interests are. So if you have this distinction, where you are making a distinction between Saudi Arabia doing imperialism, oh my God, we can't do that. That's so scary. Then you should be really, really, really pissed off about what America does. Anyway.
Then these policies aren't what's going to allow America to win and compete. So this is Matt Gaetz shares this view. There are people on the Armed Services Committee who shares this view. This is really not partisan. It's about making sure America leads the 21st century.
Congressman Khanna, I would love to have you back, because I actually think there are a lot of issues where Republicans can work with progressives, conservatives can work with progressives, and this is just
like progressives could literally work with Donald Trump in de-escalation in that regard. He is, I would say, a unique person in that respect. Okay? I think that Donald Trump truly thinks that the troops are suckers and that they are being suckered into going overseas and getting fucking killed and shit, or wars that are directly to the wars that directly contribute to the coffers of the military-industrial complex, and also like big oil and shit. Now, having said that, though, Donald Trump himself has done that over and over again. So while he's on the one hand, while he is talking about de-escalating military presence in the region, he's simultaneously saying like, oh, no, we got to keep these fucking oil fields. Like, these are ours. Like, chill. So I don't believe that he has honest intentions in that way.
He's not
doing a good job of calling out the lie that Trump is anti-war and just letting them get away with that talking point. I mean, if Trump actually is truly trying to pull troops out of Afghanistan, and he is seemingly making an effort to, all the generals that he shuffled around are all ones that have tried to pull troops out of Afghanistan at some point, despite the fact that they are bloodthirsty maniacs. Half of those fucking generals are literally like genocidal psychopaths, but also are like, yeah, we got to pull out of Afghanistan. But I think that you could win a fuckload of people by saying, look, Trump wants to fucking pull troops. I want to pull troops. I don't have a problem with that at all. Is isolationism the same as anti-imperialism? Seems Trump will sell weapons and bomb from afar. Yeah, probably.
Obvious issues, given where this debate already seems to be going. If Biden indeed is inaugurated, and we'd love to have you back as this develops.
I appreciate that. I'd love the opportunity.
All right. Good to see you tonight. And one of the least self-aware moments in CNN's illustrious history.
This clip gives you the flavor of Khanna's interview with Laura Ingraham, which, according to Go Angelo, was the first appearance on her show by a Democratic member of Congress other than Gabbard since 2018. Oh shit. Like, that's not even bad. I don't know. That wasn't like a bad fucking take. He didn't compromise on his values. I mean, I guess he didn't call out Donald Trump for lying about de-escalating, or mention his like apprehension to whether or not Donald Trump might have different interests in pulling troops out of Afghanistan. But overall, I don't think that that's bad. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Ring that bell too. Let's go.